Hey, all right. Give me some light. Give me the light, dang it. We're going to have the Real Testimoni on board. We were going to try to bring them on the first hour. But, me and Remedy had a dope build. I think he got caught up with time a little bit. But, hold on, I'm going to bring him on real quick. Yeah, we out here working, man. We out here working for real. Let me see if I can bring him on real quick. Testimony. I gotta get on this page, y'all, because they got the other page already. Can't do lives on that page right now, so I gotta do my lives here. Hold on, I'm sending a request. All right, let me try to get them on real quick. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Hold on, what that was.
Lord,
What's good,
it's your
man?
man. What's good, baby?
Yo.
Man, my apologies.
Oh, no, we good, man. We good, man. We just had to get everything in motion, you know what I'm saying? But
Yes, sir.
definitely, man. Welcome to the Off the Cuff Radio Live, man. This is the Real Testimony, man. One of the guys coming out there in the R&B side. I want to do more with R&B guys because we got enough rappers, damn it. But now we need R&B people to represent again, bringing that soul back.
Man, I appreciate you, baby, because that's what it's about. I'm a songwriter, so I can rap too now.
Yeah.
I'm a black person, so, I can rap and all that. But, I'm a singer. I became a rapper just because it was, popular to do it. But, my heart was always been with, the R&B, saying something that's meaningful and tangible to a person. Not saying that, the rap isn't meaningful because they just talk about the world that they see. But we need to get back to the realness of connecting with people.
No doubt, man. No doubt, man. But welcoming you to the show, man. We've been doing work together for the past couple weeks, man. Tell us what you got going on right now, man. Like what you got in store for 2023.
Oh man! First of all, I want to give a shout out. First and foremost, still giving an honor to the Lord.
No doubt.
But I want to give a shout out to my man Richard Baker, Mr. Rick Hard. He's done a series of movies that he's included me in. Y'all can check him out on Amazon Prime and on Tubi, Seventh and Westlake, Nino's Revenge. He got like a three series trilogy about the Seventh and Westlake series, and I'm in two of them. And also a couple of other films that Mr. Richard Baker has produced. And of course, I'm working on my fourth single at this time. I got 3 songs out that you guys can Google Real Testimony with an I at the end, and hear all the my new R&B project. Of course, I still have my gospel project still online, everything, but this is my R&B project, and I'm looking forward to doing it, and I appreciate everything y'all doing to support me with it.
No doubt, man. You have any features on that R&B project?
Oh yes, sir, man. I appreciate you even bringing that up, man. I got my man Knocturnal. He's coming back. He's been out for a while with his new project. I got my man Rick Hard, and Wisdom. They're on a new single that I have out called Miss West Coast. It's the remix to There She Goes.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, another shout out to my girl Platinum Brown Sugar. We did a collaboration on her new single called Let's Party. So, you can Google my name and all that music will come up.
Now, you having any of those projects coming in physicals, or they just streaming right now?
They're just streaming right now. Like of a few interviews that I've been involved with. I'm just trying to stay current with the technology. I'm not sure exactly how we as artists are supposed to get, pay, because we remember we're getting direct money when we got the physical copies.
Right.
We out there slanging CDs, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
putting money directly in our pocket. Now, you know, they trying to get it where they still just regulating our money.
it's
You know,
bad.
it's real bad. You know, and that's the thing because they want to. It's much easier to control poor people than a wealthy person that's got financial independence. You know, so they want to keep people poor so they can, you know, stay regulated by their laws and regulations. You know, this is, you know, so we talk about systemic, you know, prejudice and things like that. It goes much deeper for us as especially black men. Let's keep it real because we are the providers. We're
Hmm.
the ones that's supposed to be out there bringing, you know, the bulk of the monies to the household. And
Right.
so if they can keep the man from achieving these goals, of course, it's going to affect the woman, and then she's unable to achieve her goals.
That's a fact, man. And not to mention the way they balance the music out. They're only portraying certain images and certain content and shielding other content. So you dealing with that mixture of confusion.
Hmm.
And you got that
It's all
confusion coming in.
negative. It's all negative, man. You know, they did a study. This guy took two regular glasses of water, and he fast freezed. Well, he wrote words, positive words on one. He put negative words on the other, and he fast freezed the water. And the words that the one that had positive words on it had like these nice looking flakes on it and everything.
Hmm.
And the one that had negative on it had these, you know, rudiment, rude looking, you know, shapes on it and stuff. So our bodies are 80% water. Our brain is 90%
Hmm.
water. So if water can respond to negative and positive vibes, imagine how it is for us as people.
Right.
That's why if somebody gets in our face, you know, that's negative to us, you know, so we respond to it negatively, you know. So we have to start pushing some positive stuff out there, you know.
And I think that's where we as the people got to support these independent operations that guys such as yourself is running because we're going against a machine too that that's only focused on one imagery and that's whatever the advertisers like. That's why they feel the positive stuff don't really move like that. We're gonna keep pushing that same imagery. We're gonna force these same people to rap like this and sing like this. That's why that
Right.
repetition.
They forcing you to do it because as an artist, they know as artists, they can rap about anything. They can rap about love. They can rap about sex. They can rap about violence. They can rap about peace.
Mm-hmm.
We all remember KRS-One, Public Enemy, all them, you know, political and you know positive movement of hip hop. You know, hip hop was fun, and now they turned it into a business of murder and drugs. Let's keep it real. You know what I mean? For a while there, you know, you couldn't even be no rapper if you didn't go to jail or get shot, nigga.
Yeah, that was in the 90s. They used to look at it like that. They was like, "Oh, what's your jail record like? Oh, what's your street credentials like?
That's right.
Oh, you can rap good? Oh, that's okay. But what's your jail record like? How many niggas you shot?"
You're right about that, baby, for real, man. And so, you know, it's something that it goes way deeper than just the music, and that's what it's really about, you know. For me as an artist, I wouldn't be, you know, I my mama taught me how to work. You know, I can get a regular job. You know what I mean? But this is just something that's in me that it just comes out, and you know, I know the business, and you know, I go back and forth in it, but that's because all the foolishness that's involved with it, you know.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna expound on that later on, man. Within the interview. But tell us about your story, man. Like where you from and how you come up, man.
Man, um, I was born and raised in Riverside. Shouts out to my mom, Dorothy Campbell. She was just a baby when she had me herself, and so you know, um, like I said, I was raised right here in Riverside. Still live in Riverside. I've been a few other places. I lived in Las Vegas. I lived in Atlanta for a while. And you know, I've been doing music since I was, you know, young, 7, 8. You know, just writing poetry and you know going to church and singing in the choir and you know running around doing kid stuff and everything. And then as I got older, you know, that's when hip hop came out. You know, LL, Run DMC, when them cats came out, man, it just changed the whole course of, you know, me as a writer and
Mm-hmm.
wanted to do something, you know, with it. But of course, you know, life came about. You know, I caught a case, went to prison in the late '90s. You know, I had a son at that time, and you know, he's still alive, of course, thank God. Um, he's a grown man doing his thing, but uh, um, you know, not to go too deep into you know my story, but you know, made some wrong decisions that I look back and reflect on. That you know, people say they make wrong decisions. As long, and for me, as long as you didn't kill nobody or get yourself killed, you know, it's a learning experience. It's something that you can look back and say, okay, I realized
Mm-hmm.
what I did and didn't do, you know, and I'm here to I'm able to correct it. So um, when I got out of prison, you know, I focused on, you know, just getting myself together, getting my life together. You know, I still touched on music here and there, but I didn't really, you know, be as serious, especially because it was still the same way. You know,
Mm-hmm.
music, the music aspect has changed now. You know, we can do everything independently now. My next goal is to create my own website because you
Mm-hmm.
got to get your own. You can have your own network, just like how you're doing right here, fam.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it's all about. You know that you're able to do your own thing. You ain't got to go through CBS, ABC, these big mogul networks to be able to create content that people would be interested in watching.
And I know what too, man. I think people really got to take advantage of the tech game as you see it right now. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
that's where not only the money at, but that's where you could get your lifetime content going. You know what I'm saying? Because just like you said, we ain't had to check in to ABC, CBS, all these uptight ass corporate jobs. Like you could go ahead and create your content.
That's right, and put it out there. You know, and generate revenue. You know, it's out there. You know, we can be able to do it on your own platforms, and so that's what we still as people, but
Hmm.
especially as Black people, we come together, bring our resources, bring our monies together. We can be able to create a network that we can be able to show other people how to create their own networks.
Yeah, man, because that's why I be telling people, man, like you got to be involved with the tech game, man. Like I even seen this, not to spend a little bit on myself, but this goes with the bill.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
I seen this happen 10 years ago. I'm like, man, look, the tech game is where it's at. Y'all laughing at
Yes, sir.
me because I'm in the crib creating content and stuff, but your favorite rapper gonna be up there soon, watch. And now
That's
look where
right.
we at. Every nigga got a podcast.
That, that's right. And you know, on the content thing, I buy content myself. You know, I'm a content buyer for the artists and for myself as well as other artists that I work with, and I use their content to create ads. So if anybody out there has any kind of you know dance footage, we don't want any kind of like, of course not no nudity or anything like that, but we want something sexy if y'all women, and something GQ if y'all men. You know what I mean? It's okay to
Oh
show your
yeah.
chest and all that stuff, but you know, we need something where you're dancing or stuff like that. And if it's good and it's something that we feel we can use, we will purchase it. So, you
And,
know, I do have avenues for people to make money.
and yeah, and you also got into earlier about the challenges that artists had to face getting into the game because it was either get signed or bust. And
That's right.
back then, man, like even when you're going independent, you had to really hit that turf and shake hands and kiss babies like a politician, and that was even easy itself.
That's right. Because you got to generate that revenue, man. You know, it was still easy to generate the revenue because we had the physical copies. But now it's different. You know, everything the internet has become just like the radio. All it is for advertisement.
Right.
And then you have to actually be out there performing, having your merchandise right then and there. Even some physical copies. People still have CDs here and there or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be able to know the business. The business is more than just songs. That's why people are still branding themselves, branding their names, branding their clothing, branding their jewelry, whatever the hell they selling. You know what I mean? Because they know after a while, music is going to be secondary to their actual business, whatever takes off. I myself want to be like Steve Harvey and get a suit line going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. them
You
loud
know,
suits at that.
man, I just seen a man in a burgundy velvet suit. That mug was pretty. I had to say,
Yo, but I'll tell you this
just the
though.
suit is pretty.
But see, what I like that how Steve does it. See, Steve, he had to diverse his hustles. Like, you see him hosting the Family Feud. You see him doing movies.
Yes,
See him doing radio. See him doing books. It ain't really. It
yes.
ain't really. You can't really just get paid off being an artist like that no more. You see the streaming. They really killing everybody with that. So you gotta have like 5
Killing
or
them,
6
but
different avenues going.
because that's the technology. We have to go the way that the technology is taking us if we
Mm-hmm.
want to figure out how to make money out of what they're providing us with.
Facts. And also, let me ask you this, man. Tell us what's the importance behind networking, man. Like being out there and networking with the people, using your voice box to really communicate.
Well, I've been saying for a while, you never know who you're going to meet. So you want to be out there as much as you can meeting people. I ain't saying that you got to talk to everybody because you don't need to talk to everybody. The right people will come and talk to you, and the doors are open for you to talk to the right people. Um, but it's very important. This is still a person to person driven business, just like how me and you are talking.
Right.
You know what I mean? I never know who you never know who I know. And um, by us talking, those people that may not know us, now they know you and now they know me. And they'll be like, well, hey, man, real. Who is that cat you was talking to, man? Look like he doing some things. Oh, yeah, that's my man, Eric. You know what I mean? And next thing you know, you're talking to you already talked to celebrities, but you're talking to you're talking to Nocturnal, you're talking to Richard Baker, you're talking to Wisdom Star, you're talking to these new up and coming artists. I
Mm-hmm.
hate to use the word star, celebrity, and stuff because they're just artists. That right now they just chilling. They might go into the studio and stuff. And we already know how studios work. I don't think it's always we in there smoking weed, drinking. No, nigga, we in here working. You know
Right.
what I mean? We might do
Right.
that extra stuff, but we in here working, dude. And so, um, you know, they're just like us. They're at home right now watching TV, listening to music. Their life ain't always glamorous and exciting. They just got normal lives. These are just artists. We use the word celebrity and superstar to still create separation between us as people and financial status and all that. Because we know half of them people, who just like Harvey Living said, it's all smoke and mirrors, baby. Half of them people
Facts.
still can't even pay their rent.
Facts. We were just talking about that on the first live. Like, man, you'd be surprised at how many of these artists that rap about money all the time and they
Ain't
rap
got no.
in the hole right now. Credit all messed up. label The label head got their car and their name. All that stuff.
Man, keep it real, baby. That's all. Real has became just a term, for a person just to say. Them actually being real is two different things.
There's no money in keeping it real no more, ladies and gents. Just letting y'all know.
Okay, you heard it. You heard it from the man's mouth. Okay.
But that,
Shouts out to my wife. She in the
oh
background. She
yeah, yeah,
walking
yeah.
by, and
No doubt,
my
man.
daughter, Curry. Yeah.
No doubt, man. Now, working with your music, man. The track that I heard, the Gentle remake, man. You know, I had to hook up the video and the visuals for that, man. Like, what was the challenges
Man, that
behind
was
doing a
dope,
remake
man.
like that?
Man, that was dope, man. How you did the video, man. I appreciate it. Everybody who was involved with it. If I'm not knowing anybody else who's involved with it, appreciate everybody. Um, Really, I was in the studio one night with a gentleman named DJ Green Guy. Shouts out to DJ Green Guy, King Assassin, everybody over at the camp over there. K Dave's a hit, man, bro Stacks, East Coast. Shout out to everybody out there. And we were doing a song. I believe we were mixing Let's Party with Platinum Brown Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And I had mentioned to him that, I wanted to do a remake to this song, and he brought it up to DJ King Assassin. They got the instrumental for me. Actually putting the song together was easy, and putting it out was easy. Um, uh, we got the song. I did my verse just as a sample, and then I sent it to the artist that they wanted to do the female version.
Right.
I'm just do the female part, and she killed it. She sent her version back, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, I had to redo my stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had to redo my vocals because it was so dope, man. She, I'll say to this day, she, you can see the quality in her voice. But us actually doing it was, real easy. They, got the track for me. Like I said, I did my thing on my end. We sent it to her. She did hers. And then we finally did get a chance to meet because we didn't even meet when we did the song. And she came in the studio one night and hung out with us for a minute, gave us some points, because she's a phenomenal singer, man.
Oh yeah, she's dope.
Phenomenal, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, she's dope, man.
So,
And she actually propped me last week for the video, and cause we put the video in circulation, we put it on
mm-hmm,
TikTok. It's catching a lot of
mm-hmm.
ears. Cause I figured, man, look, we got to put it out probably for Valentine's Day, cause that's love in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, man. I appreciate you guys, man. You guys did it. I'm the type of artist, you know. A lot of people think, I gotta ask them first. You guys know me. You know what I mean? Boom, you did it, and just do it, man. Anything that I'm doing out there, anybody, everybody, if you can do something creative, do it. Go ahead and do it, man, because that's my whole goal is just to inspire people to create. I don't want to hold nobody back on what they do, especially if it's positive. You know, Go ahead and take that content and do what you want with it, baby.
Especially if it's positive, especially if it ain't corny. If it's corny, hey, you got to go back to the drawing board.
Well, there it is right there,
That's how
folks. You
I
know what
gotta
I
be.
mean?
That's how I gotta be. Cause I know I take I had to take it serious. Cause I'm like, look, man, look, these guys take what they do serious, so I gotta give it a serious visual. I can't come out
Yes,
there
and
with
you
nothing
did.
corny. You know what I'm saying? Cause one thing about the Cali audience is y'all ain't afraid to let us know how y'all felt. If it's corny, y'all gonna tell us corny.
Right. If it's garbage, we're gonna say, no, that's garbage. You know. And it's not to offend you or nothing. You just say, hey, man, that's my opinion.
Right.
Because somebody else might think that it's dope. But
Yeah, you gotta.
in my opinion,
And sometimes people
no.
you gotta take your ego out of stuff, man. Like, okay, back to the drawing board. Cause we in the business where in this business everybody has an ego. Like they can't take any criticism.
That's true. You got to be open to criticism. Everything I make isn't the best either. I'll admit that. Because we're just creating. You know what I mean? It's a lot of this where as an artist, this where you're going to be stuck because if you just making music that's catering to the public, then you're not creating true music because it's about first you got to satisfy you. Your music is meant to satisfy you before it satisfies somebody else.
Right.
Now we just talking about music. I'm not no sculptor or no drawer or nothing. You know what I mean? But we know that music, even when a person is drawing and sculpturing, they have music in the background. So music is um, um, a universal agent to creativity, if I could say it in that manner.
Yeah.
It's the point. It's like the gateway to creativity, the gateway drug to creativity. You feel me?
Yeah, man, when you get
Music.
that creative spark and it's like you're directing a motion picture. You trying to get your directors together, you trying to get your engineers together, you trying to get the people in your vision board together. People think creative projects is recorded music. If you're a corny artist, then you could just take it like that. But if you're trying to create music that's gonna be leaving a lifetime impact, that's what it takes.
Yeah, you're right about that. Well, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just over here laughing at my wife because she's crazy.
Hey man,
Oh man, she's like, because I'm in the bed, y'all. If y'all haven't noticed.
long day grind, man.
Yeah, well, it's Sunday, and I ain't done nothing all day, baby. I
Nah,
just
man,
been chilling.
yeah, man, it's
No,
what.
I did though. I did make a few phone calls. Shout out to Frank Nitty. Frank Nitty out over here in Riverside, trying to get it over there in the studio. He got the studio over there, so I'm working out some things with him to get in there and start recording, doing some recording over there. So, um, you know, that's my next move. If you guys go on um, Amazon Amazon Prime and look up that movie, Seventh and Westlake. That's what I would appreciate everybody to do because we're still promoting for the movie and getting everybody aware of what Richard Baker is doing. Because he's what he's done is not to change the subject. I apologize,
You good?
but um, what he's doing is phenomenal. What he's doing is getting all the underground rappers that are we out here struggling, doing things, making music and everything. And he's given us a platform to even transition from music to movies. And
Mm.
so he's created a way for him to do performances, but also turn the performance into a full length movie. You know what I mean?
Oh, that sounds
Like
dope.
I do. Man, this mug, you have to get with him. His name is Richard Baker. You can Google his name or you can look him up on Facebook and call him Rick Hard. He knows that, we're pushing this Seventh and Westlake thing. We need everybody's involvement. It's about Real Testimony, but right now Real Testimony is promoting Seventh and Westlake and also my new R&B project.
We keeping that work coming, man. Now, I want to give a shout out to Sarah Coleman because without her, she the one that bridged us together. Now, how did you meet her?
Man, I met Sarah Coleman maybe about 5, 6 years ago um, at an event, a fashion show in Moreno Valley. And she still is an ambassador for a magazine. And she told me about the magazine. We did an event and we've been kind of networking ever since, here and there. And yeah, she's the one who plugged me up with what you told me about what you're doing out there. And I had done an interview with you a while back, and
Yes,
here we
sir.
are again, still making it happen.
That's right.
Yeah, so shouts out to Sarah Coleman and her family, and her new baby and everything, and her husband. Love y'all.
Yeah, big shout out to you, Shorty, because you bridging the gap and making this happen. And I still doing the thing with the magazine, Soul Central magazines, one of the few magazines that are actually still selling physical copies, as a matter of fact. Shit, even Time magazine can't really sell like that no more.
Right,
I
right.
don't know how
Everything
she's
is
doing that.
online, baby. That's the thing with it. That's a book. That's something that you can. Pictures and all that stuff is always going to be wanted inside of something that has created into a kind of a book.
Mm-hmm.
So those physical shoot, I need something I can sell.
I'm like, man, like they still. And I'm like, man, you don't even see the source anymore. You don't even see the source anymore.
Nah,
But
nah,
they,
yeah, and yeah.
yeah, it's just crazy to me. But big shout out to Sarah for pushing that line and giving us that Love Physicals hope.
Yes, definitely, because she is a promoter and marketer herself. She does a lot of marketing. I see her all the time with her company, and yeah, once again, shouts out to her, her all her endeavors.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, and putting your music out there and everything, you're touching on different demographics. Like, have you ever had any responses from anybody from the East Coast or down south just yet? Or y'all working on that market?
Oh yeah, once again, shout out to DJ Green Guy, DJ King Assassin. He had connected me with a few cats from the East Coast. K Davis, a Hitman, and Rostax. Um, Also, a couple of producers that produced some of the music on the songs. Um, yeah, once again, these cats, they're the ones who sent me the music for the remake. Um, and so, yeah, they're as far as I know, man, they're feeling the vibe. They loving what we're doing, and they're supporting us. Matter of fact, Impact Radio, they're the ones who put the music out,
Mm-hmm.
and so their response so far is they give me support. I'm giving them support, and you know everything is good. Everything is good, like.
That's what it is, man. And we talked about earlier about you getting Nocturnal back, man. I'm like, that was a blast from the past because I was like, damn, we ain't seen Knock in a long time. Like, how did you guys link up and you guys have any more work coming in the near future?
Well, Nocturnal ain't never went nowhere. He's always been there. Um, he was already working on this project when I met him. I actually met him outside of an event in, I believe, in Whittier. We were doing an event at the Green Turtle. I remember. Um, and I hollered at him. I sent him a few tracks. He initially liked this one song. He liked the song "I'm on Buzz," so I need to get you that one too. Um, but I sent him another song um, that he liked better. I don't want to drop the name right now because I haven't put it out yet,
Yeah,
so I don't even want to drop. I don't want to drop the name, but it's out there if you Google Real Testimony on YouTube. The song is there. Um, but yeah, he's all he. Nocturnal hasn't went nowhere. He's still out there. He just was getting himself together. Got a new project out. I appreciate his support on the song, and you know it's all good. Everything is good. He's doing his thing.
that's what it is. That's what it is. Now, going on now, we're here in 2023. What are your thoughts on the West Coast rap scene? Do you see it improving or do you see it kind of devolving? Like, what are your thoughts about that?
It's a very touchy subject, because I can't. Of course, I can only speak for me. And my opinion, I've heard about some movements that's going on with the parents. Of course, the mothers are more vocal and stand out in the movement, but the parents are getting more involved with, you know, creating a culture of of change where these young people that are getting into the music understand that it's not about killing each other, because we're still we're still doing music and all this stuff to get out of our negative environment.
Right.
That's still our goal. Even as a young man, that was the whole thing. I want to do music so I can get out the ghetto. Now everybody doing music to stay in the ghetto. And if you're a celebrity, excuse me, uh, if you're a celebrity in essence, you got to understand that you can't hang out in those environments, because jealousy is a very hateful God.
Right.
It don't care. You know what I mean? And it makes people put themselves in situations that their life is over on both sides. The person who has committed the act, and the person who was the victim of the act. And so, this movement that's happening with the parents of the victims of these rappers are coming out and creating these platforms where they can actually talk with these people and see if they can create a culture of change where we can stop killing each other. That's my opinion, is that we need to continue to look at these um, platforms and these movements that are taking place to help improve the culture. That we have to improve the culture, that our mindset isn't about killing each other. It's about uplift.
And with you being an artist and you being on that type of vision, do you find that challenging to being like, sometimes you go to that artist contrast, meaning that you thinking, damn, if I talk about this a little more, maybe I could probably get signed. I could probably get as they quote say, the bag. Or do I stay on this course even though the fight is a little bit harder?
Yeah. Um, as quiet as it's kept, I know people, because people have told me, and I also feel it. People are upset because I stopped doing gospel rap. They really are.
Hmm.
They they don't want me to do R&B. But like I explained to them, I'm an artist, so I have to do what I feel is inside of me. Once again, I can't. I did a gospel project because I was challenged to do the gospel, because I was doing R&B back then, and somebody challenged me to see, you grew up in church, why don't you do a gospel album? And at first I was like, nah, no, 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 because I'm not in all religious and all that stuff. But no, I knew about it, so I did it, and that's what came out. People liked it or whatever. I thought it was decent. I liked more songs, a few other songs more than others, but I did it. Um, but yes, we're all under the pressure, if we want to be on stage with these people that get these awards and want to be plastered everywhere. We're all under the pressure to create something that the world or the populace will consume and love you for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but that's difficult in the sense, just because it's like Tupac. His image was really a persona. We knew Tupac when he was just a party rapper, and he evolved into this gangster. He evolved into the, we said, but Scarface said, "Nigga, don't believe that song. That nigga's wrong. Gangsters don't live that long." Okay, so but it's not, even for when Scarface came out with this stuff, it wasn't necessarily fly to say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because everybody was gangster. So, but that was real talk. You know what I mean? If you want to be an artist, you want to be a gangster. That's the first decision you need to make, because when both worlds collide, we see the end result.
Just like you even see it today, man. Like you see that we was talking about this on another show the other night. The peer pressure to being a street dude. Like you even see it with John Morant. And you see
Mm-hmm.
this dude making $30-40 million a year and he's one of the biggest faces in the NBA. But yet he's losing endorsements left and right. He's getting suspended for games all because he's partaking in street culture. So just like you were saying, it's like these guys are doing a step backwards for acceptance from a crowd that's not going to even give a damn what I'm later.
When you get shot or go to jail or whatever, they're just gonna move on to the next artist or the next NBA player. You know what I mean? And what is it? What is it to your benefit? That's what you have to ask yourself as a person, not just a young person, but a person. Period. What is the benefits of you doing what you're doing? How is that going to benefit you? And now, if you're a young person, you need to look at your future because you might be 50 years old one day. You just might make it. Okay, so you have to look at what you're going to be doing 20, 30 years down the line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cause,
Just my opinion.
yeah, because a lot of them don't have the repercussions. See, people don't think of repercussions because repercussions isn't really promoted. Like even in the old rap songs, you had the songs of you had repercussions being promoted. So
Right.
that made you think like, okay, murder was the case. I seen what Snoop went through. I ain't trying to
Mm-hmm.
go to jail. I ain't trying to go through none of that. But see, now they start pushing that same line and make it glorifiable and make it like, damn, you got to partake in this. It's fun. You ain't nothing going to
Yep.
happen to you. Then you get out there, you catch a case, or even you get hurt or kill yourself, then it's all gone.
And you see that we're talking about this because it's really concerning to us too.
Right.
As men. You know what I mean? As people who are alive at this time. You know, um, you know, we want to. For me, I want to shout at it. I want to be angry towards it. I want to.
Yeah.
But I know there's this saying that says you have to ease your way out of the lion's mouth. You know
Mm.
what I mean? So we have to open up people's eyes to make them aware of, sure, you have this talent, but be careful of that, because even preachers, they will take your talent and just do whatever they want with it, and profit from it. While you just, I'm here to praise God, I'm here to write songs, I'm here to have fun and be seen, and these people are having you do stuff that you really shouldn't be doing.
What about it, man? Because a lot of times these guys just coming off the block, they like, look, I ain't trying to sign up for this stuff, man. I just want to go ahead, rap, put my 16 and be out, man. I just want to get paid. I ain't signed up to be a part of no Skull and Bones.
That's right.
I ain't signed up to be putting blood all up in my bathtub and have me taking pictures with goats. I ain't signed up for none of this type of time. Just give me my money, I'm straight. But that's what comes with it.
That's what comes with it. You know, it's a sad situation because our whole goal is to create financial independence so that we can be able to do, hopefully, all of us have the capacity and the wherewithal to want to do something positive in life, And if we had the money, we can be able to impact our community, you know, um, help somebody's life with a bill or their rent or whatever that your money is able to do for them in a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, that's not pushed to us. What's pushed to us is negative. Because watch this. Even when hip hop was young, we was in the streets, but it was fun. We wasn't shooting nobody. We wasn't selling all that stuff. May have been occurring, afterwards and all that stuff. But during the time when we're rapping and singing and dancing, now mind you, these are young people, and these are still young people that do this. We was young, and we were just having fun. But now your whole life is in jeopardy just to go to a party, man.
Yeah, it's a trip, man. It's a trip how we got to the point where people were just trying to make music to get out the streets, and now it seems like the streets
Hmm.
is following them, and it also based off the content in a lot of ways. Like a lot of them bring that force of energy, like lyrics carry a force of energy. That voice is powerful.
Yes, sir. You already know. And then we have this media, social media, and all these things. Because what you got right here, man, you're once we get done, this person shared, that person shared, that person shared. Next, you know, over 1 million people then heard this conversation and be like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Even me as an artist, and I want to do something different. Do something different, even if you don't use the word positive. Do something different. You know what I mean? Write a Christmas song. You know what I mean? Right? I'm challenging every artist out there right now to write a Christmas song. It was this March. It's March, so you got time to write you a Christmas
Yo, real
song.
talk.
Okay?
Even the toughest rappers used to put out songs on Christmas.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Come on, there ain't no excuses for y'all. Even though, yeah, y'all ain't lyrically superb in comparison to the people we grew up with, but still, you could come up with a Christmas song. That's the simplest
That's
thing you could put out.
and I'm just challenging now. That's my challenge. Every artist in 2023 to write a Christmas song. I don't care if you write it whatever way you want to. Don't write it trying to say, "Oh, I want to, make it where Real Testimony likes it." No, just write it.
And don't get your ghostwriter, nigga. A lot of y'all using them too.
Well, you know what I mean. That's you know you being hard on him, E.
I got to,
you
man.
know?
'Cause you know they send me music every day, and I be like, man, I gotta go through all this. Because
Oh
see, the problem
man,
is we go through it when they send us music for interviews. It's like they don't have a press kit, they don't have their
yeah,
track together.
right,
They
right.
a nigga sent me a MySpace page. We ain't seen
You
MySpace in
stupid.
13 years.
My man sent him a MySpace page. Wow.
I'm like, really, dude? Like, we in 2023. Why you sending me a MySpace page, man?
I didn't even know that it still existed,
Me
man.
either. He found a way. I said, man, look, you ain't got a YouTube? Nah, bro, we don't be. I'm like, man, look, I'm good on that, man. You send me a song from '08, bro. Like, I can't work with this. Like, you gotta
Man,
have the
they got
package.
they got people in Zimbabwe that's up more current than this. You
Like,
understand me?
damn, man, like y'all making my job hard. That's why I be a little hard on some of these guys, because it's not easy going through like 50 tracks a day. Oh, you know,
Yeah.
people want interviews, and then they don't have a press kit, they don't have no songs, they mixes this trash. I be like, man,
Yeah, they
I'm
don't
gonna have to hire
understand
me. I'm
that you
gonna have to hire me an assistant.
they don't understand that you actually working. You're actually working.
Bro,
This
it's
isn't
a
just
job, man.
play. Yes. That's right.
It's a job,
Right.
man. But you know, we probably got 10 more minutes to spare, man. But do you have any videos in the work?
Well, right at this time, I'm doing a lot of just like music promo ads. Like I said, I'm buying content both from male and females, um, just little dance things and stuff. Because you can make a reel. I'm making all reels. I'm also on YouTube as far as with the videos, but on social media they're all reels, and they're only about maybe 30-second long, and it's just promos for the songs that I have out at this time. Um, And so the next video that I do plan on doing, I'm not really sure. I'm kind of talking with Knocturnal about doing something, but also with Rick with the Miss West Coast, him and Wisdom Star. Um, we're thinking about shooting a video. So I will keep you posted if we shoot anything, brother.
That's what I'm talking about, man. And you know, we about to probably wrap things up because I don't like when Instagram be cutting off my bills, man. I mean, I think there's a conspiracy going on with that. Like, y'all be cutting off my bills when they get real good. I know y'all don't want to pay me, but it's all good. But we're
That's
going to
right.
leave it on the right note. We're going to leave it on a good note, man. You have any shout-outs you want to give out?
Oh man, I just want to shout out the whole West Coast, the whole East Coast, the Midwest, down South, the whole world. I just want to shout out everybody. Stay positive, stay motivated, keep your head up, keep looking for the stars. Don't never give up on your dreams, no matter how old or young you are. Continue to move forward in the dream that you have in your heart.
No doubt. No doubt, man. And big shout
No
out to
doubt.
everybody that tuned in to this build. We was gonna have it at 9, but you know how we move, man. We off the cuff, man. We don't script nothing. We don't plan nothing. We just do. That's just what we do,
Just
man.
do it, baby.
We just
Just do
do
it.
it,
That's
man. But damn,
well,
yeah, we
just
thank
Nike it.
you. We want to thank you, man, for taking the time to build with us. We definitely gonna have more work coming in the coming month. So big salute to you. Big salute to everybody that joined us. And we out.
We out. Peace.